Welcome to Shootin' It Straight with Stan. I'm your host, Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states and Puerto Rico, founder of CGO, Contractual Guarantees Only. You own an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do. You never buy an annuity for non-guaranteed numbers. Today's topic is a very good one. Pretty good stories behind this. Do not fund your agent's incentive trips. Hang in there with me. So I worked at Morgan Stanley, Dean Witter, Payne Weber, UBS. And back in the day when, it's a long time ago, 80s, they'd send us on these incentive trips and all this stuff, and they were nice and everything. But the securities industry actually got rid of that. They got rid of those, what we call attaboy. Attaboy, son. You're selling a bunch, son. Attaboy. All those attaboy trips were pretty much gotten rid of. I think that was 2013. I'd have to go back and look. But not the annuity industry, my friend. Johnny Appleseed agent down the road, if he sells enough of XYZ annuity, he gets to go to Bora Bora or Italy or Rome or Greece or Hawaii with his girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, whatever applies. Didn't know that, did you? So, Stan, you sell more than anybody. You're number one agent in the country, son. I bet you got incentive trips out to Yin Yang. We get invited, but we don't go. Why would I ever in my life want to spend time with annuity agents or life insurance agents? I'd rather stab myself in the eye with a fork or a pencil. I think 4 or 5 years ago we sent, I think I sent my daughter on one. I sent my other daughter on one. And finally there's like, Stan, we would really like you to be there. One of the reasons that I would never go is, number one, is agents. But number two, most agents don't like my message of contractual guarantees only, because they're out there selling the growth story. Hypotheticals and theoreticals and backtests, upfront bonuses, stuff like that. I'm like anti that. I'm the anti-venom for that crap sales pitch. But you have to understand this. If you are sitting with your golfing buddy who just happens to sell annuities, or your pastor that I found out they're starting to sell annuities too. I'm not kidding. I'll tell you that story one of these days. And they're showing you one product, and they say the following. You know what? I've done all of the research, and this one right here is I have found doing my research extensively, it's the best one out here. Bull crap. Translation, if I sell enough of it, I get to go on the trip. I wrote an article about this a long time ago. I think it was in Market Watch or one of those platforms. And Elizabeth Warren, Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts, stop, I'm not political, I'm contractual, don't care about either party. She contacts me and wants me to tell her more about these trips. So I go to D.C., I'm in the sweatsuit, I'm blending in, man, high-fiving everybody. And she ended up writing doing really good research on these incentive trips and how agents take advantage of the consumer and selling one product and actually steering people to that product so that they go on these trips. And it was well done. She presented it to the Senate, and they took a big dump all over it. It did not go through. And so for about 2 years, I've got a bunch of hate mail for helping Elizabeth. I could care less about her politics. I don't care. She was trying to help clean up the industry. I don't care if it was Beelzebub, the senator. I don't care. I would have gone to Beelzebub, senator, and said, yeah, let's work on it. I don't care. If we could have gotten those incentive trips out of the way, great. I got one the other day because we qualify for everything. We probably qualified month one because we do such volume. We are the number one sellers of fixed annuities on the planet. It's not even close, and I'm proud of that because we do it the right way. We only sell contractual guarantees. We don't look at hypotheticals or theoreticals. But I get this email from a company. You've qualified for the trip to Athens, Greece for 2.5 weeks, staying at the 5-star. Give me a darn break. There's no chance. There's no chance at all. I just want you to be aware that there might be an agenda in the recommendation. The only agenda in the recommendation should be This is the highest contractual guarantee that we can find. If it's lifetime income, it's A plus or better, no exceptions. Or this is the highest MIGA rate that you can lock in. Not this is the product that if I sell enough of, I get to go on a trip. Every one of us in the financial business should be acting as a fiduciary. You don't need a plaque on the wall. You don't need some fancy plaque saying, I'm a fiduciary. Fiduciary means putting your interest ahead of my interest. Duh. And you're saying the right thing. Stan, shouldn't everybody in the annuity business or the financial business work under that umbrella of putting the consumers or the customer's best interest ahead of theirs? You think? It should. But if Johnny Appleseed or Joanna Appleseed agent is pushing one product, they're going on a trip, player, and you're funding it. Do not fund the trip. And the bar is pretty low because, first of all, most annuity agents only last about 4 or 5 years in the business. And they don't raise any money. They don't know how to. It didn't. The problem in the annuity industry, and we're solving this, okay, because we're licensed in all 50 states and Puerto Rico, but the vast majority of annuities sold are within a 30-mile radius of where that agent lives, which is garbage. We're solving that because you can go to my site and you can run quotes, SPIA, DOQ, like income rider quotes, MIGAs, and you don't have to put in your name. You don't have to put in your phone number. You don't have to put in your email address. For lifetime income quotes, you put in your date of birth, your gender, and your state of residence, and you quote. And we're quoting all carriers, and you're going to see names of the carriers, you're going to see ratings, and you can see the highest contractual guarantees. We're the only one that do that. Nobody else does that. Everyone else makes you jump through hoops and give the information and create an account. Crap. They don't have enough fortitude. They don't have enough confidence in you so that you can make a decision. I don't need to email you 50 times for you to make a decision. I don't need to have someone call you, hey, you interested? Hey, you interested? I don't need that. You're grown up. You have money. You want to make decisions on your terms and on your time frame. So we're going to give you that. We're going to give you the tools to do that. You'll be able to download books. Read the books. Watch the videos. Done a couple thousand. Doing one a day. One a day, 7 days per week. That's the goal until I die. And I'm 62. There's some runway there. We are going to suffocate the industry with annuity truth. I am the walking middle finger of annuity truth. Do not fund your agent's incentive trip. If some agent or advisor says, well, this is the one, this one right here, how can that? Annuities are commodity products. The quotes change and spoil like a gallon of milk every 7 to 10 days. We can lock them in for you. But to say this is the best one is fraudulent and misleading and steering you to their product of choice so that they can go on that incentive trip on your back on a crap product. By the way, the simple products, the simple, just basic annuity products that are pro-consumer, SPIAs, DIAs, QLACs, MIGAs, there are no incentive trips for most of those companies. And if there are, we don't go on them anyway. I can buy my own trip. I don't need some luau with a bunch of agents dancing drunk. That's a nightmare. I know what you're saying. You're saying, Stan, there's just so much to try to protect myself from out here in the annuity hinterlands. What am I supposed to believe? What you're supposed to believe are annuities are contracts, and they transfer risk, and they solve for 4 things: principal protection, income for life, legacy, and long-term care. The acronym is PILL. You only ask 2 questions when considering an annuity. What do you want the money to contractually do? When do you want those contractual guarantees to start? That's it. That's how simple it is. There's no caps and spreads, participation rates, and this and the upside and the down. There's no buffers and sharing. That. I'm shooting it straight on this topic because I think all incentive trips should be done away with. Just eliminated. I think all annuity commissions should be the same regardless of the product, and they should be low. I think that I should be annuity czar, period, over the industry and clean this crap up. I think that the testing should require more IQ to pass it. I think the bar should be raised. But what I do not want you to do is fund your agent or advisor's incentive trip because they only showed you one product. Okay? My name is Stan the Annuity Man, and that was Shooting It Pretty Darn Straight with Stan. See you next time.